Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the Casual Sports Talk Podcast. Week 2 NHL Stanley Cup Division. And now we got a man right over here who realizes that he got some great Christmas cards from Boston right now. Here's Fyodor.
Thank you always, Stu, for the introduction. But what do you mean Christmas cards? I want to hear this explanation. So go ahead, Stu. What's with this Christmas cards?
Cavaliers just got owned by Boston.
That was a while ago.
I know. I just had to think of it like really quick. And now we got a man right over here who realizes that he needs to still give me some 10 crispy dollars unless Florida likes to choke right now. Here's Douglas.
Yeah. Dude, as you speak, Edmonton's up 3-0. McDavid just scored a sweet goal. They go back to Edmonton on Friday. Feeling pretty decent right now. I guess.
Honestly, yeah, I hope Edmonton could pull this out. Force Game 6 in Edmonton. Because in Game 7, if that happens, $10, $15 are on the line. Woo.
Yeah. I want Stu to at least sweat over his money. I don't want it to be just lame.
I want to get my $10 damn dollars. But anyway, we can talk.
Hey, so before we get into the Stanley Cup, because I know that's probably what we're going to focus on. Sure, you did bring up the Boston Celtics. They won the championship last night, 4-1. But so you know how NBA, NFL, when you win the championship for the respective leagues, they say, "Oh, you're world champions." There are so many other basketball leagues in the world. I understand football. I don't think there's any other football leagues. Well, maybe Canada, any other football leagues in the world. But when it comes to basketball, I know Greece and Spain, they have pretty good basketball leagues, pretty good teams in those leagues. So I would like to see like a World Cup of basketball, maybe like the top 3 teams, top 4 teams from each league, meet up for maybe an annual or every 2 years or something. I know we have the Olympics, but that's the world. Everyone coming from
See,
I would own everybody.
See, but I don't know if NBA teams would though. I like where Chris's head's at. Because if you just took like the best 10 USA NBA players. No, but how fun would that be though if you just had the Celtics going against Victor Wembanyama's team over in Paris,
I don't know.
That'd be fun.
I mean, it would be fun, but I don't know. I just feel like the NBA is the super elite class. And granted, I'm not the biggest NBA fan, but I feel like that's the super elite. And then I feel like if you go to another conference or Europe or in China, I feel like it's you're getting the B League or the C League.
I understand. Yeah, China, they don't have the best product out there for basketball. But I know Greece, like I mentioned before, and I don't know which teams in Greece, but I've heard and I've read a few things about one of the Greece basketball leagues that it's comparable to the NBA. So even if they try it out, I mean, hypothetically speaking, obviously it's not going to come to fruition more than likely. If they tried it out for 1 year, and if the United States basketball teams, Boston, Denver, if they kick the butts of the other nations teams, then yeah, maybe don't do it again. But if it's a good time and if it's a competitive, World Cup of basketball, then yeah, do it every year or every 2 years or whatever. But yeah,
they might consider it though. It's they're doing that stupid play in season tournament. I don't know, what is that for? What's that about?
Well, the in-season tournament, I think, is just to get more. I mean, it's not more viewers, but soccer, the MLS, they have an in-season tournament. Obviously, baseball doesn't, but yeah, a lot of soccer has a lot of in-season tournaments. So maybe that's what the NBA is going off of. I never really read what the reasoning behind the in-season tournament was.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, the only teams I feel like the USA is not going to do good on is the World Baseball Classic, because Japan owns the World Baseball.
Wasn't the World Baseball Classic last year or pretty recent, right?
Yeah, they did it this year, I think, also. Did Japan win twice in a row?
What was that?
Yeah.
Japan, I know they won it last year, and then I know Messi got hurt. This season was over.
Florida just scored a goal, boys.
Versus Mike Trout.
Oh, wait a minute.
Shohei was pitching, and Mike Trout.
Look at that. I'm getting my crispy dollars right there. Oh, look at that. Is that Matthew Tkachuk that got it. Tkachuk scored the goal.
Oh, Matthew Tkachuk.
Let's go, Matthew.
Only 2 more to be tied. Here we go.
Yeah, so you got 13 minutes left in the same period.
You might have
Edmonton's up 3-1. Yeah.
Might have to stay here, gentlemen, for a little while. We'll see how it goes. But anyway.
Yeah, back to my basketball tangent. It just annoys me that they say world champions. Yeah, you're the champions of the United States. Well, and I guess Canada because you have the Raptors. But yeah, if only there was some way to make sure that the Boston Celtics were actually the world champions.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be fun if the Patrick Mahomes would play against the Mexican.
Well, I mean, like I said, there's football-wise, I don't think there's football played anywhere else in the world besides North America, and the countries in North America being the United States and Canada.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
I don't think. Because when the NFL plays in Germany, when the NFL plays in Brazil, like they've been doing the last 2 or 3 seasons, trying to get some international fan base, those stadiums are packed because those countries don't have our version of football. So yeah, if you're gonna have Patrick Mahomes, yeah, I would say the NFL. You can gladly say world champions because we're the only. Well, there's maybe 2 or 3 other leagues for football wise. But if you guys want to circle back to the NHL, more than welcome to.
Yeah. Well, Stu, did you want to do anything about, we just heard the sad passing of Willie Mays here. I'm just looking at my ESPN app. Wow, 24 All-Star teams, 2 NFL MVPs, 12 Gold Gloves. Just unbelievable.
Did you say NFL MVPs or MLB?
Sorry, NL, National League MVP.
Oh, NL. Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice. Well, he played for the Giants, right?
What a career. Yeah.
Wow.
What a career.
I mean, like I said, he's probably one of the GOATs, I guess I would say, of baseball. You think of the 50s.
Yeah.
60s, I mean, him. Hank Aaron is amazing. You think of him getting the all-time record that fortunately was taken by Barry Bonds, who my parents are still upset that Barry Bonds did take Hank Aaron's record.
So you said Willie Mays played in the 50s, right? Is that what you said?
In the 50s, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Was he just an amazing athlete, an amazing baseball player, and that's why he's sorry for being too casual, but what was Willie Mays really known for? If you guys know.
Baseball, but I mean,
well, yeah, obviously baseball, Stu. Yeah, he played on the Giants in the National League, of course. But was he just Doug? You said he had 2 NL MVPs, so obviously he was probably one of the better players in the National League, if not the entire MLB.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Nice. Yeah, shout out.
I'm trying to quickly read up on this.
Condolences for losing Willie Mays here this evening.
Yeah. 10th black player in MLB history.
Oh, 10th? Okay. So yeah. Race has something to do with being breaking that color barrier almost. Being the 10th African American player. Gotcha.
Yeah. Wow. He was drafted into the U.S. Army as well. So he apparently in 1952 he only played 34 games, then was drafted.
Oh, so he was in the MLB and then he got drafted into the Army. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So when he was in the league, he got drafted.
Does it say anything did he have to go over? Did he have to go overseas or anything? Did he have to actually do fighting, or was he just drafted to do get the basic training and didn't really have to go overseas? Does it say anything like that in the article you're reading?
No, it just says that he was stationed in Virginia, missed the entire 1953 season for his military service, is all it says.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, thank you, Willie Mays. That's amazing.
I support you, Willie.
Yeah.
Mays. Thank you for getting us great baseball.
Yeah, sir, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said thank you for getting us great baseball.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, in the 50s. I wish we were around to watch it.
This was back in the day. Well, welcome back to the radio game right now, where the Yankees are still going to win another World Series.
The Yankees with their pinstripes.
Oh, my goodness, the Yankees and their pinstripes. And look at that, the Brooklyn Dodgers are here to play right now.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
But anyway, I guess, gentlemen, I guess we can maybe talk about the 2 games right now that we talked about before we get to stuff. We're continuing because, like I said, as of right now, this recording, we are right now in Game 5. Edmonton's the lead by 2, but you never know. Florida might come back and win this, and this might be an epic comeback, or we're going to Game 6. So
I wanted to bring up Game 2 of this series. Final score: Florida 4, Edmonton 1. Edmonton was up in that game 1-0, and then Florida scores 4 unanswered goals. I thought that was what was going to happen in this Game 5 right now, because if you look at it, Edmonton scored the first goal. I was like, oh, Florida's going to come back, but Edmonton pulled out that 3-0 lead, and they still have a 3-1 lead with about 10 minutes to go in the second period here. So I personally think Edmonton's going to pull out the victory, being up by 2 with 30 minutes to go in the game. Game 6 in Edmonton, and Game 6 would be, Friday. Gotcha. So in 3 days.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, but I guess we can.
All these 3-day layoffs
right now with
the NHL. I think we might have mentioned it on the podcast a couple episodes ago. But the NHL is turning into the NBA almost. With you got to have a travel day, then you have a rest day or a practice day, and I just I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it is because travel and practice, but I like when games are, obviously you're going to skip a day for rest and travel, but every other day. But 2 days in between games is cool. Hopefully not 3 days. Hopefully you're not going. Hopefully it doesn't break to that where we're waiting another extra day to watch a finals game, whether it's NBA or NHL.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see how it goes. But like I said, we can discuss. Gentlemen, did you have any thoughts on on game number 4, where Florida beat the Oilers 4-3 right now? Pretty much was dominant in the first half.
That's definitely not game 4, because game 4 was 8-1 Oilers, and that happened 2 nights ago or something like that. Game 5. This is game 5. What game is this that you have on the board here?
Game 3.
Game 3. Okay.
Sorry, I am literally confused. Let's go game 3, where Florida wins 4-3. Watched a little bit of this game. Pretty much was Florida's domination right there. And everyone was kind of hitting the panic button, was like, oh my God, is Edmonton going to get swept? Is this not looking good? Is this bad?
If you look at it.
I think there was.
Yeah, go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was just going to say, I know there was a guy, I think PK Subban was just literally calling for a sweep after game 3.
See, so you said complete domination by Florida. Can you scroll down a little bit to see when the goals happened? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. So Florida had a 1-0 lead, 1-1. Then Florida starts breaking out. They're up. Would that be 4-1 at the end of the second period? And then 4-3 to end the game. So it was 4-1 going in the third period. But if you look at the shots on goal, Edmonton with 35 shots, giving up shots on goal 35. So that means Bobrovsky saved 32 out of 35 shots. Bobrovsky, the workhorse. They took out Bobrovsky in game 4, right? Because he gave up, I think, 4 or 5 goals, and then they pulled him, which is un-Sergey-like for sure.
Yeah, he had a bad game. I'm not going to lie. I know there's rumors that maybe they did the same thing like Boston. Well, there was rumors that Boston kind of tanked game 4 just so they can have their championship at Boston. There's some rumors that might have happened, but I don't think that would happen. I think they just had a bad game.
I don't think that these leagues are. I don't think any team's arrogant enough to intentionally lose a finals game.
Yeah, I feel like you want to win, even if it's away. Even if you get the cup away, it's like you want to have that win. What's more important?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody's going to remember, this team, we won the cup, but we didn't win it with our fans.
See, I'm going on the lines of Doug, because these guys are professional athletes. Their lives are pretty much dedicated to the sport of hockey or basketball or maybe even some other whatever sport you're playing. So they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's give up, let's win it at home. No, they're gonna put their hearts and 100% effort into the game.
Like Boston Yankees situation where the Yankees up 3-0 and then Boston like comes back. Oh my God!
When was this?
Edmonton just scored.
Give us a frame of reference for this.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, the Boston.
It's Perry. Wow.
So in 2004, it was against the Yankees versus I think it was the AL championship. Like
okay.
This is going to the championship to the World Series.
Oh yeah, the ALCS. Yeah.
The ALCS, and it was Boston versus the Yankees, and the Yankees were up 3-0. And it was like, this is not looking good. They're not going to come back. Like, it's very tough to come back at 3-0. But then Boston won Game 5, Game 4. Then Game 5, they won. Game 6, they won. And then Game 7, they beat the Yankees with a 3-0 deficit.
So Boston came back from down 3-0 in the ALCS, and they were down 3-0. They won the series 4-3.
And then they won. And then they won the World Series.
Oh, Florida with a goal!
Oh, they got a goal!
Wow.
Oh, they got a goal.
Yeah. So
what a high-scoring affair.
So Edmonton was up 4-1 with about 8 minutes left in the second period, and then Florida just rips one. Now it's 4-2 with about 7:50 to go.
This has actually been a good second half right now.
Wow. Yeah, should have took the over. Well, what a game! Wow.
I know. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Skinner is not having a good game. I mean, he's still, they're still not behind 2 goals, but still.
Better than
you're saying Stuart Skinner's not having a good game. Look at Bobrovsky. He's giving up 4 goals already.
Well,
oh, look at that! The 2 players are trying to get in there. They're like, oh no, no!
Dude, to go back on your thought of Boston, though, I'll say this too. Even if they did intentionally tank, they might have completely thrown Bobrovsky off his game if they would do something like that, because he all of a sudden gave up. He went from giving up 3 goals in 3 games or whatever to now 12 goals in 5 periods.
Yeah, because I think they pulled him in the second period of the game.
Exactly. So in the last 5 periods, they went from absolutely amazing defense to 8 goals. That's horrendous.
Yeah, Doug's spot on because he gave up 4 goals in the first 3 games, and then and then there was 8 goals given up against Florida, or Florida gave up 8 goals last game, so he gave up 4 goals or 5 goals before they pulled him, and then now he's giving up 4 goals. So Bobrovsky, he started the series hot, but maybe he's been carrying the team on his shoulders too much, and he's like, all right, guys, now.
You guys would need to Matthew Kentucky. You need to give me some wins. So we'll see. Maybe Canada might come back and win this one, but it's going to be interesting. Like I said. Oh wait, they scored. Oh no, they did not score. They did not score. I thought
you're getting me excited, Stu. I keep looking at my phone. I'm like, no one's scoring just yet. Let's see.
This is a high. I feel like this has now gotten into fast mode. I feel like everyone's just fighting. Oh, Skinner got a good catch on that one.
Good catch, Skinner. Good baseball catch in outfield. All right, so are we even going to focus on game 4 or anything like that? Because that was Stuart. Can you go on the screen? Can you click on game 4? I don't know if they'll even show when Bobrovsky was pulled in that 8-1 loss.
I do not think they show when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It was let me check the full coverage. Oh no, they're not showing that.
Yeah. Let's see if I could find anything by chance.
Yeah, I think it was pulled. Oh, and is someone in the penalty? Oh no, Florida's in the penalty box. Edmonton's in the power play.
Oh, Edmonton on the power play. Doug's $15 is gaining traction here.
No, it's not.
Oh, here we go.
Bunch of bull. It's a bunch of lies.
Sir, they're up by 2. They got a 2-minute power play. McDavid is hungry for another goal. We shall see.
No. I know Edmonton did score on Florida's power play. That was kind of bad. But still.
All right, so Bobrovsky, he gave up 5 goals on 16 shots, and he was pulled with about 5 minutes into the second period. So 15 minutes left in the second period in game 4 there. So that was a quick night for Bobrovsky. Let's see, what day was that? That's it. Game 4 was Saturday. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch that game.
I watched that whole game. It was not a good game.
You watched the entire game too? Oh, nice. I mean, I like a high-scoring game. 8-1, that would have been fun. I mean, it's better when it's high-scoring and both teams are in it.
No. It's not fun when it's a blowout. I mean, there's a difference between like an 8-1. I mean, when it's a bad low, like let's just say, remember that one game last year when it was against? It was Vegas versus the Vikings game in an indoor
Vegas versus Vikings
indoor stadium.
Are you talking about football?
Football.
Okay, so you got the Raiders versus the Vikings. Gotcha.
Yeah, Raiders versus the Vikings, and it was like such a low-scoring game. Nobody scored anything until like the last 3 seconds, where literally someone scored 3 points and the game ended 3-0. And I was just like, man, we're going 4-4 now.
Well, good thing none of us are Raiders fans, and good thing none of us are Vikings fans, and hopefully none of us watched that game from start to finish being a 3-0.
Could you imagine? That's like I'm gonna torture you, Chris.
I mean, I know if I was watching a Browns game and it was 0-0 throughout majority of the game, I would be clicking back to Fox and what other games are on, because I'm not about watching a 0-0 game unless it's a playoff game. All right, yeah, great. Little gridiron match, but nah, I'm changing the channel if it's 0-0 throughout the entirety of it.
Theodore, this is Jigsaw. I'm gonna let you play a game. I'm gonna force you to watch the the Raiders versus Vikings game in its entirety for 3 hours and you must not go to sleep.
So what was this penalty on?
It was a shove. It was a shove penalty. It was like a tripping penalty.
Nice little shove penalty, a little classic shove.
So it's now 4-4. We'll see how it goes. Edmonton. So it's gonna be now 4-4. They kind of blew the power play on that one, Edmonton. I'm just saying, even though they are in the lead, that's kind of bad. I feel like you should not been shoving.
Don't got time for that.
You don't got time for that. Now this is a good question. Because I think the final game is, gentlemen, if I'm looking at this correctly, I'm going to go back right here. Gentlemen.
What are you saying about the final game? Game 7 would be Monday, June 24th. Is that what you're referring to?
Do you think we're going to be to Game 7?
Well, Stuart, on your end, because you want $10 from Doug, because you have the Florida Panthers winning it all, you do not want to get – well, I mean, I would love for Game 7, but Stuart, I don't think you want a Game 7. I think Doug wants a Game 7. I would love to see a Game 7.
I know you want a Game 7, Douglas.
Yeah, Doug, what do you feel about that?
I love a Game 7. Oh, man, I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I think, too, it'd be really fun to see that, like, because I feel like the series has lacked drama until, like, really right now. Yeah. You know, Florida's just been in such control that it'd be nice to see a little bit of drama.
Yeah, these NHL scriptwriters have made it so much better now. I mean, there was no drama on the scriptwriters. Where it's just like, Florida dominates. Florida has a close game but dominates. And now it's like, okay, we got some intrigue. You know, can Florida come back? You know, and score 3 goals? Is Edmonton having a good run and can they come back? You know, this is kind of like a good drama on this one. Like either scenario is still going to create good NHL drama.
I don't. If this game goes to 7, I mean that'd be amazing. Having a finals game, a championship series that starts off 3-0, and then goes into a Game 7. I just don't see if it goes Game 7, Edmonton pulling it off. I mean, all professional sports wise, there's never been a championship series that a team was up 3-0 and they've lost the series, correct?
No, in the NHL, it's been the last time that's happened.
Yeah.
Was 1942.
Did they have 7-game series in 1942?
Oh.
Yeah, did you see that? I thought the guy was going to score a goal, and he's like, oh, he didn't have it. He didn't have it right there.
Yeah.
He's just
missed it by an inch.
I know. He was so close. If you just gotten it.
So, sir, you said 1942 or something like that? The last time any I mean, I'm gonna look this up. Let's see. I mean, that's NBA. I want to know.
Power play sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it's ever happened in the NBA from a 3-0. But the series was a 7-gamer. Though.
NHL, yeah, but now I got to click on the article.
Gonna be right. I think I need $1.
Man, what?
Oh, man.
Man, that was some awesome puck movement, though. That's for sure.
Man, I wish they would have gotten
that. Yeah, that was about as good of a chance as you're gonna. Man, that looked like that was gonna be something.
Yeah, I think it was the Toronto Maple Leafs. They had a 3-0. They were behind 3-0.
Oh, Stuart, you were right. How did you know that? Yeah, 1942 Stanley Cup Finals. The Red Wings were up 3-0 against the Maple Leafs. And Maple Leafs came back and won.
I mean, how would you feel if you were alive back in that day? Be like, man, I had to go to the war. I had to fight. I had to go. I had to go all the way to Europe to see and then to know my Red Wings lose a 3-0 lead.
I mean, 1942, that was during World War II, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if any of the players actually had to go off to war or serve. But can you imagine if that had to happen? You're like, oh, yeah, we're up 3-0 in the series. And then you come back from doing your time and you're like, oh, now it's tied 3-3. And, now you lose game 7. I'm not sure if that ever happened to any of their players, but that'd be interesting.
I know that there was one series that got canceled because of the Spanish flu. I think 1919 had to cancel the NFL series because I think a player died morbidly.
Ooh, a player passed away because of Spanish flu?
Yeah, so it was game 6, and so they couldn't do game 7. They decided to cancel the series.
They just ended the Stanley Cup. That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's an interesting fact. Yeah, 1919 is the only year.
Yeah, I wonder, this day and age, if a player were to pass away during the middle of a series, like in any sport. Well, there's no series in the NFL, but you have baseball, you have hockey, you have basketball.
I mean, you did have Dale Earnhardt pass away in a NASCAR game.
I know that's a NASCAR series, but I'm talking about during a Stanley Cup, during an NBA Finals, during the World Series. If a player were to pass away this day and age, would they? Hey guys, it's too touching to us. We're gonna postpone it. We're not gonna postpone. We're gonna cancel it.
I don't know. That'd be interesting.
I think in today's day and age, they would play it in honor of that.
Let's just say if Michael Jordan passed away in Game 6 of the '98 series, during the flu, would they still play? Or if Brady would have passed during a game, I
think in the 1998 series you said, Sue, for the NBA Finals, Michael Jordan, if he were to pass away, I don't think they would discontinue the series. I think they would keep it going. There might be a pause in it. Just like this day and age, if we had something that dramatic happening in one of the championship series, I think they would pause it, but then they would resume it.
What would happen if that was God forbid, hopefully it does not happen. What if we have a DeMar Hamlin situation in the Super Bowl and someone passes away during the game?
Yeah, it would most likely be postponed and then resumed at a point. So back in 1919, like you're saying that happened, there weren't any, from my knowledge, there weren't any TV contracts, there weren't any player contracts, there wasn't really too much money involved.
Yeah.
But this day and age, you have television contracts, you have all these different all different moves when it comes to money and viewers and things like that, commercial endorsements or airtime. So you can't just cancel an entire thing.
Yeah, for like a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be much tougher. Yeah, and the league was so small back in the day. This wasn't like the huge juggernauts that they were. I mean, they were sort of big, but they weren't like the huge juggernauts that we think of. And this is actually
Well,
funny.
I mean, if you watch, did either of you guys watch that Showtime Lakers thing on HBO Max?
No, I did not.
Where they were
I do
talking
not
about
have
how
HBO
like
Max.
they were talking about like how they talk about how bankrupt the NBA was like in the 80s too, and like how most teams didn't even turn a profit at all. So like today's day and age, it's different. These teams go up hundreds of millions of dollars. It seems like every season. But back even in the 80s, like most of the small market teams just couldn't even, they were in the red.
I read somewhere, and I didn't really do too much research on what I read, if it's even factual, but I read that for every $1 billion a coach will put into the team, not a coach, but for every $1 billion an owner puts into a team, mathematically he'll receive $2 billion back, whether it's into the stadium or getting players or something like that. So yeah, the ORI, return on investment, is there. If that's mathematically and factually true, for every $1 billion you put down, you receive $2 billion back, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that number is driven up by like a Jerry Jones who bought the Cowboys for a few $100 million, and now they're worth $5 billion.
Oh my God!
Or like Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks. I think he bought that thing. Yeah, pretty much on the lines of you, Doug, talking about Jerry Jones. I think he bought the Mavericks for like 400,000.
No! I'm just kidding.
Jeez, dude. Getting the viewers excited
so
over here.
Hyped up, Theodore. You thought it was going to be something. You thought it was.
I'm just glancing at my phone. It's right here. I'm watching the game. So I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Florida's pushing hard.
They're pushing hard, man. They're definitely like trying. I can't be hating on them.
All right, so time's winding down here in the second period. 20 seconds to go. Edmonton with a 4-2 lead. If they can make one more drive here, possibly for Florida.
We'll see. Maybe Florida does pull this out of their butt, and it's going to happen. So.
I mean, even if it did, I wouldn't be mad about it. I would feel like Florida at least had to earn it. If they had to come down back from a 2-goal deficit to win this one, I would not be mad about that.
That would be very impressive. Third period, because like there's 1 second left in the same period right now. 4-2 Edmonton. We'll say it's gonna be 4-2 going into the third. Yeah, if Florida can come back, that'd be so impressive. Yeah.
Exactly. On home ice, like you can't even be mad about it. At least it's either going to be a fun comeback or Game 6. So both options are fun.
And Game 6 would be Friday.
I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but apparently, Jason Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk were a high school teammate or high school. They went to the same high school.
I heard about that. Yeah,
I saw the picture of them riding. They're riding a bus of some sort or whatever. But
oh my God,
yeah, that's cool. They're both like respectively in the championship.
Oh, we got fighting. Oh my God, there's some pulling on shirts. We got some pulling. Oh, some name calling right now.
Oh, sir, come on! It's not a fight. Everyone's calm. I know they're pulling jerseys, but there's no massive fight here.
I want to brawl. I want the 97 like Red Wings brawl. And look at that. I gotta say, Pecan Subban suit game has gone. He's got his suit game on.
His suit color looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. The color of that.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything's wrong with it. I was pointing out a fact.
I don't like the guy's pink suit.
But in my own opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of mint chocolate chip ice cream, so maybe I don't like his suit.
What about I did not like the pink suit right there. That beige pink suit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who the middle guy is. Is that who's that?
Yeah, that has to be the worst suit. I'm sorry.
Honestly, it looks pretty sharp.
The blue suit, I will say, the one guy with the blue suit. I know we're in that tangent, but the guy with the blue suit. You can never go wrong with blue.
I don't know why I can't. Like, I know the guy on the left-hand side with the blue suit. I just can't think of his name. He's always commentating on hockey. Oh well.
That's why.
Is it Buccigross?
Yeah, Butchcross, yeah.
Yeah, John Buchacross, yeah. But then the middle guy, I'm not sure who that is. It's not Mark Messier, right? No way. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not looking.
Yeah, well, the world may never know who the guy in the middle is. All right, you guys want to continue talking about? I mean, we really covered all 5 of the games so far. Basketball-wise, I mean, yeah, we know the Celtics might crown themselves as world champions, but they're NBA champions.
Yeah, and like I said, this is pretty much a quick. I feel like this is like a quick podcast this week. Like I said, I mean, there's.
Well, yeah, it's about to go to like a boring time of year too. With basketball's over, hockey's about to be over. Thankfully, we have the Olympics this year.
What are we supposed to do?
I mean, I'm not trying to bash the MLB, but yeah, like you're saying, Doug, might be the most boring time of the year. Only if the MLB had playoffs going on after these series were done, great. But yeah, it's MLB regular season. I think they might have a couple more weeks till the All-Star break. I'm not even sure when that even.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can maybe just dog on the Tigers, but that's it. I'm sorry.
So while we're dogging, what's their record? Are they losing still, or what's going on?
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, they lost the last few to the Braves.
Ooh, I mean the Braves are a tough team. I'll give them that.
Yeah, but it's not that good.
Speaking, I don't know. It's pretty interesting though. I don't know. I'm glad we have the Olympics this year. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, July 26th. That's when they start. Oh, I'm so excited for the Olympics. But a month away, boys.
Yeah, I saw on TV they're doing U.S. time trials today. Might turn that on for a moment, see what that's about.
Is it for swimming or is it for like track or what?
I don't even know. That's the thing. It's probably. I was thinking about just watching.
Because fun fact, I know we're all huge NFL fans. I do believe that the Olympic time trials for obviously the USA swim team are at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play. They brought in a bunch of whatever construction things and pools. But yeah, they constructed an Olympic-sized swimming pool right on top of the field. Well, the field's probably not there. It's probably just the concrete base. But I don't know if you guys have heard about that or saw pictures, but it's very impressive what they did.
Oh, no, I didn't know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. In your free time, just look up Lucas Oil Stadium transformed into Olympic-sized swimming pool, and I'm pretty sure that because they did it in a timely manner too. But why they did it in Lucas Oil Stadium is beyond my knowledge. Maybe they think like there's gonna be thousands of people showing up, and that might be the truth. But I'm certain that there's other swimming areas, Olympic-sized swimming pool-wise, that they could have done the trials at. But I have no clue about the Olympics and how that runs things. So maybe they needed the capacity and the size of the venue to complete the time trials. Who knows? I'm too casual because it's a casual sports talk podcast.
I know. And then, like I said, I guess we should probably do. Is there any final thoughts, Douglas, on this game?
I'm praying that Edmonton can hold on, so I want my $15.
No, you're not getting your $15. No matter what, I don't care. When we do this next week, I want my 10 buckaroonies. Just saying.
Well, still, Florida's got to actually win it first.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, next week's episode is perfect because we do this every Tuesday evening. If this does run into Game 7. Game 7 is next Monday, so that's perfect timing. So yeah, someone's going to be giving money to someone on next week's podcast. Well, probably not during the podcast.
I think we should do it during the podcast. I think that'd be a little bit of humiliation.
Give what the viewers want. Let's be honest here.
We should do it in person right now, and then we have to show like the cash sent.
So we're not doing anything right now. Like, the series isn't over. I mean, in person right now.
Let's do it. You want to do that, Douglas?
Dude, just give me a 20. Yeah, we can try to do it in person, and I'll have $5 for the change. You can just give me a 20 spot.
Oh, boo this man! Boo this man! Theodore, do you have any final thoughts about this?
About this game that's currently going on? I mean, I think Edmonton's going to hold it out. They're up 4-2 heading into the third period. Yeah, I mean, not obviously, but Game 6 is feeling like it's going to happen on Friday night in Edmonton. Winner of Game 6. Oof, that's gonna be a tough one.
I know. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, my final thoughts is Florida. I think you can do it. I'm just gonna say it. I have full faith in one man, Bobrovsky.
Oh,
so Stuart,
hopefully
like
he gets
Doug and I said earlier, he gave up 4 goals in the first 3 games, and then
he had a bad day. Okay,
a bad day. You mean a bad few?
Brady had a bad game. Did anyone think Brady? Look at this. Brady had a bad game on week 1 when he played against the Saints in 2020 during the COVID year, and after when they hosted that Lombardi in Tampa Bay, man, Brady was probably thinking, man, we wish we could have done better in week 1 after we're holding that Lombardi.
Honestly, Stuart, you're right. I mean, yeah, Bobrovsky, just because he had a bad game 4 and game 5 is following suit, he's going to bounce back in either game 6 or game 7 for sure.
Yeah, look at this. This is Florida. I'm just saying. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Said we're pretty much it right now, gentlemen, because I will catch you later, Mr. Gator, and take care of everyone. Take care.